Hi, I am Dr. Z, greeting you in light, love, peace, and harmony. So these last 3 tips that we're going to give are the most powerful of all. And today we want to focus on forgiveness over punishment. Sometimes undesirable things happen to us, and we may choose that it's a punishment. And if we perceive it that way, things that people say or things that people do, if we think it's punishment, then that's a choice that's coming from our diseased ego. If one thinks enough about punishment, then they will begin to punish themselves and turn it inwardly. And that's very dangerous, to think that we deserve punishment and then we'll begin to project that punishment out onto other people. That punishment energy is very hard to take, and it really destroys us from within. It becomes a vicious cycle, and we get stuck in this downward spiral. B.F. Skinner, who was a renowned psychologist, behavioral psychologist, and he talked about punishment, and he said that punishment doesn't work. It only enables the punisher to continue to punish. It doesn't reform. And we see in prison things that people go through, It doesn't change their lives, that punishment. So forgiveness feels much better than punishment, and that's really what the soul wants. And there's 2 types of forgiveness. There's a pardon, but there's also forgiveness. So you can pardon someone, but a lot of times humans don't forget what the person did. But you can have a forgiveness where you can forget. And this is how God forgives. And all of us, if we try to forgive like that, right, then our deeds or misdeeds could be forgotten and forgiven in the best way. Now, so that's the best kind of forgiveness. Everyone does the best that they can. And we want to learn to forgive them and ask for forgiveness for them because they didn't know what they were doing. We all want forgiveness, but how can we expect God to forgive us when we're not willing to forgive our brothers and sisters which we see every day? Even though we don't see God, we expect and want forgiveness. Punishment is painful, but by learning to forgive, you can release your pain. And the ideal is to forgive others and forgive yourself for holding a grudge. Lack of forgiveness is really self-punishment. So I want to tell you real quick my story, because I experienced a lot of punishment and judgment growing up. And I wanted to punish everybody. I wanted to punish my parents. I wouldn't forgive them. Most of my life I lived that way, and I made bad choices. That affected me negatively. But I learned from all that, and eventually I got to a point where I could forgive them. And as I forgive them, I began to free myself from the pain of punishment of other people and internally. And that made me feel happier and repaired the relationships and brought us back to the love energy, which is what we want all the time. So today's tip again is forgiveness over punishment. And if we can allow ourselves to do that, then we can really enjoy life, love, and happiness. Thank you.